Hey everyone, my name is Eugene Campbell and I'm with TargetView.com. Today's tutorial is about creating basic polygonal shapes in Maya and learning how their processes of creation differ from one another. So before we get started, let's make sure that we're in our Polygons menu set and our Polygon Shelf tab. If you're not in your Polygons menu set, you can navigate to it by going under File, Edit, and Modify and clicking on the Pull Down tab. This allows us to choose everything from animation to customize, but we want to be in Polygon today since that's what we're focusing on. Go ahead and click on Polygons, and you'll notice that our very top menus have changed to help us. As well, if we hold down space on our keyboard, our little mini bar, or little mini navi bar here is also changed to help us. Now what we want to do is we want to learn how to create polygonal shapes, and there are two basic ways we can do it. We can go up to Create, which will allow us to create many other things. We can go up to Polygon Primitives and create 12 basic shapes. But to do a little faster, we're going to go into our Polygons Shelf tab. This only gives us 8 shapes, but it gives us several tools that we can work with in Polygons when we're working in another tab or menu set. So in these 8 basic shapes, I want you to click on the polygonal sphere. This will activate the creation tool. Go ahead and click from the center of the grid out to about the length of the grid and release. Now, the polygonal sphere has a 3-step creation process, which is a very simple one. We have simply clicked, drag, and release, which has created the sphere. Now, something like the polygonal cube has a 4-step creation process. We're going to click and drag from the right-hand corner of the grid to the left-hand corner of the grid, or excuse me, the left to the right. Then we're going to release. Now, normally with the sphere, this would finish the creation process, but we're not done yet. Go ahead and click down again on your mouse and pull up or down. Then we can release, and now we've just completed the creation process of the cube. We've clicked and dragged, released, and clicked and dragged back up. This is a 4-step process. Now, other shapes like the polygonal pipe have a much more complicated creation process. They're not hard to create at all, it's just that they have more processes when creating them. So go ahead and click on the polygon pipe, which is the last shape you can choose from, and click from the center of the grid and pull outward and release. Now, we're not done yet. Go ahead and click down again, and much like the polygonal cube, we're going to pull up. But then we're not done again. We can hold down again, and we can move to the left of the scene, and this will create a very thin version of the object, or we can move to the right, and this will create a very thick version of the object, much like a pineapple slice. Now we're done creating that object. Now, other objects like the polygonal torus have a creation process similar to that of the polygonal pipe. However, it has a much more closely related process to that of the polygonal cube, and I'll show you why. Go ahead and click on this and pull from the center of the grid out. Now, when we release, we only get the option to click down again and move to the left or the right to make it thinner or thicker, much like an inner tube versus a very thin ring. Then we release, and we're done creating that object. So this object has just been created with a 3-step process or a 4-step process rather than a 5 or 6-step process, much like the polygonal pipe requires. So now we can select this and delete it, and we're done. Now we've just learned about some of the basic shapes and their creation processes in Maya. If you have any questions, you can go to TargetView.com and ask us on our forums, or you can ask us here on YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm out.